Howdy do, Elevation Nation. What's up? We're back for a new Fortitude in 15. It is Thursday, March 6th, 2025, and we're excited to be with you today. Sam and I do not take our podcast lightly. We take it very seriously. Throughout the 4 years that we've been doing this, we have always been acceptive of criticism and how we can improve the podcast. And I'll be honest, Sam, we got some feedback in the last couple weeks that Fortitude in 15 wasn't as structured as it has been in the past. Maybe we've rambled a little bit. Maybe we've approached the conversations with, honestly, not really a direction. So we want to ground ourselves, and shout out to Elevation Nation listeners who've given us feedback. We're always trying to improve. So today and going forward, we are going to try to exercise some mental fortitude and become more organized in these conversations. So with that, what we're going to do going forward is Sam and I always have hot takes on life and certainly on mindset. So either Sam or myself is going to come to the table with a hot take. We'll talk a little bit about that and what that means in the broader scheme of the world. We'll talk about our experiences, and then we'll shout out an elevator who's living by what we're talking about in the conversation. How's that sound, Sam?
Sounds great. I'm very excited for this new change. I'm excited to get into our debate today. Can we get a little drum roll? Parker, what's our hot topic debate for today's Fortitude in 15? Give it to us.
So we've talked about this before, but I feel like we've never actually had an episode about it. The hot take is trying too hard is actually cool. And the people who clown tryhards, I think, are just afraid of effort. What do you think about that?
I'm excited to get into this one. The concept of trying too hard, because I think that's the point there, right, Parker? Trying hard is fine. It's too hard versus not trying hard enough. Well, there's some pretty incredible people that I know you and I both look up to that tried extremely hard, right? Kobe Bryant, for example, did not know how to turn it off. Kobe was in the gym nonstop, always thinking about winning, putting in as much effort as he possibly could. I'll throw it out for all the ladies here. Taylor Swift grinds on tour to give everybody the best performance she can. She got herself in incredible shape, figured out how to put on a stunning performance all across the world and put 110% effort in. In those cases, we say trying hard is cool. Is that because they're successful already? Is that because they have a following, a fan base? So once you get to that level, it's cool. And I look at some other professional athletes who don't really try hard. They probably don't play great defense. They're not putting in 100% effort on their bodies, on getting their mindset right. They're enjoying the journey. And sometimes I question, what Kobe would say if he was still around and saw some of these people taking it for granted and not taking advantage of the opportunity and trying as hard as they possibly could.
I think it's easy to say for people who, like a Kobe Bryant, I mean, we're talking Taylor Swift. These people are at the culmination of like what it means to have success in what they do. And certainly it doesn't come from not trying hard. The thing is like they're two people. What about the rest of the world, right? I mean, you and I assume that we try really hard, but it's almost like other people, you could say, oh, wow, that guy's a tryhard. That guy's really going all in. But it's almost there's like this narrative in the world that like trying hard isn't cool. Like it's actually cool to not work hard at something. Like where did this even come from?
It's a great point. I think it came from people that maybe were naturally really good at things, because nothing is cooler than when you don't have to try hard and you excel at something, right? The guy who steps out, doesn't stretch at all, didn't even play baseball, goes into gym class and just smashes a home run because he's a pure athlete, right? Those are really, exactly, right? You're jealous of that. And so, I don't know, that's one theory I have, Parker, of maybe that's where not trying hard became cool, because folks that didn't have to try hard and still excelled, you almost looked up to in a way. And those that were working hard to get to the same level as them were met with a little bit of jealousy, perhaps? Do you think that's where it stems from?
I feel like it's got to be jealousy. It's got to be. In some way, people are like, I'll just sit back and relax and look at all these, look at that guy on Instagram trying to post every single day, or Twitter, and get one like. Oh, what a tryhard. Little do we know, that's how you start. Everyone starts somewhere. Kobe had to get into a room or a basketball court and start shooting at some point. And maybe his friends were like, dang, he's waking up really freaking early. He's really getting after it. Oh, wait, we played a game where he's going to keep practicing after? What a tryhard. But you don't elevate without putting in the extra effort. And this is a perfect transition into the next part of the conversation, because we've seen this with elevators consistently, time and time again. And in our own experiences, people who really get after what they want are really kind of the tryhards.
Do you think, Parker, that there's a difference between trying hard in a profession or a career or an endeavor versus trying hard in more social or soft skills? For example, is there a difference in your mind between someone that's trying hard to be successful in their career versus trying hard to make friends, or trying hard to get everyone to like them, or trying hard to get a girlfriend, or right? Like some of these more nuanced social things. That to me is a difference that I see, right? I don't think I ever judge anyone for trying hard to go after their dreams. I think sometimes, maybe unfairly, I judge people who are trying too hard to make everyone like them, or trying too hard to be friends or buddies with people. Have you noticed that in your world? Sometimes people come off as not genuine because they're trying so hard to be your friend, or so hard to say things that make you like them, that it comes off as insincere.
I don't think that's cool at all. I think to your first point, people who are really getting after it, putting in the grind, the effort, and they know their dream is it might be a little wow, that guy's a tryout right at the beginning. But then you see consistently that they're showing up and they're committed. Like our conversation with Jimmy Gavin. Oh my gosh. Guy is so committed to his craft and put time and effort again. I'm sure he got told he was a tryout all the time. But man, that guy accomplished some big goals. And you didn't get there from not being a tryout. I think that's cool. But to your point on the other side is, I think people try hard from a social standpoint. I think we all kind of try hard in some way to get liked and fit in. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's necessarily always cool, because then we're not acting as our authentic selves.
So it really comes down to societal and social awareness. I'll give another example. We're playing bags in the backyard. It's a barbecue. Whole family's there. We're having a great time.
What are bags? I don't know what bags are.
Oh, sorry. Cornhole?
Cornhole. Is that a Chicago land term?
I guess so.
We're playing bags.
I guess so.
When you play football, it's like we're playing ball. I guess. Basketball. Definitely.
All right. I apologize. Cornhole. We're playing cornhole. We're playing bags.
Bags. I like that.
Right? We're in your backyard. It's not cool if I am locked in and talking mad shit. However, if I'm playing cornhole in the Pro Cornhole League that's on ESPN, I'm probably wearing headphones and I'm locked in and I'm in the zone, and that's cool. And so I think it comes a time and place you need to take a step back and have social and societal and situational awareness. And that helps determine what is cool and what is not. But I think chasing your dream and going after something that you love and working hard at it is always cool. And maybe that was shaped a little bit, Parker, to bring it back to us, by our personal upbringing. I remember watching movies growing up when I was, in the third or fourth grade of high school. They always picked on the nerd. They picked on the kids that were trying so hard in school to be successful, right? The jocks that didn't try hard, or the cool kids were the ones that didn't try. Fast forward, I went to Stevenson High School, as you know, a place very near and dear to my heart, produced incredible human beings. It was very cool to try hard in whatever you did, whether it was debate club, the clubs that you were running on the basketball team, did not matter. If you tried hard and were working hard towards your future, you were part of the cool kids. The people that didn't try hard and didn't care about their future were not cool. And so that was a difference that I saw in my upbringing that really shaped me into who I am today. Parker, I think you forget my nickname in the fraternity was Hardo, right? I love trying hard. It's my favorite thing to do.
You are the king of trying hard.
I am the king of trying hard. So that, I think, stems from our upbringing. Was it similar for you at Boys Latin, or was it cool to not try hard? Because we just went back to Boys Latin, and it was an interesting experience being back with some high school kids.
To your point, I think my grade in particular was made up of a lot of really smart people and a lot of athletes who played at the collegiate and professional level. And they were tryhards in their sport, but maybe not so much academically. Some of them very much so academically. Some of them were incredible leaders within our class. Did I think that people thought that sports players were tryhards? Probably not. Maybe there was a few. But you know what was eye-opening to me is when you get to Maryland and the community that we were surrounded with, you knew who the tryhards were, and you knew who were really the cool people who were trying hard and the not so cool people who were trying hard. And then you see that again as we get into our organization at EY and our job and the new communities that we are a part of. You see, oh, wow, that guy's pretty cool, but he also is trying really freaking hard to make it. That guy really, or girl, doesn't really know her direction. She's trying hard, but maybe she's trying hard in the other way that you're supposed to. And so I'm bringing this back to the point of why I think people who are trying hard are cool is because they're so grounded in who they are, what they want out of life, and what inspires them. That's mental fortitude, bro. That's the thing we've been talking about for the last 4 years, is that you know these things so well so that you don't care. You don't give a shit when you're considered a try hard. I think that's cool as anything.
I got a stat for you from scientific reports. It's found that individuals accurately judged other people's level of effort 78.6% of the time, indicating that visible effort enhances the perception of authenticity in a human. Those that were able to pick up on you trying hard, caring about something, and pushing as hard as you can showed that you were authentic in who you are and what you wanted out of life. And I think, Parker, it goes back to something we've always said: vulnerability breeds credibility. Trying hard is being vulnerable because you probably will fail. You could mess up along the way. And I think that's a really cool indicator of authenticity that trying hard is really related to as you choke on your water and almost pass out on our podcast. Are you okay?
I'm doing okay. Thankfully, it's not food. It was just water. Came down the wrong pipe, and I was trying hard not to die.
I was trying not to laugh. I'm glad you're okay.
I'm doing good. So the last part of our conversation, and this has been really, really good, I think, and we'll continue to enhance how we're having these conversations. But let's talk about an elevator who we think embodies that try hard mentality, but is really cool while doing it. Anyone come to mind? I mean, there's a million people I feel like we've talked with, but there's got to be one that comes to mind. And for me, that's our guy, Brett Dashevsky. I mean, Brett is the founder of Creator Economy New York City. And there's something about what Brett is doing every single day as we watch from afar and see him growing his thing. And he has no shame in that try-hard mentality. He's meeting with a ton of people. He's hosting incredible events. He's finding ways to engage with people in new ways. And I respect the hell out of it. And I think it's cool as anything of how committed Brett is to his craft, to growing, and also failing, and then learning from that.
Shout out Brett for making trying hard cool again. I think Parker and I are trying hard too. And yeah, everybody should go out there and try hard and follow your dreams. Give it a shot. I'm glad we tried a new format for this Fortitude in 15. I love this. The hot takes are going to lead to some good debates between us, Parker. And so thank you for bringing this up. Thank you, Elevation Nation, for the awesome feedback on how we can continue to tweak and provide value for you in Fortitude in 15s. And we're just getting started. Until next week, Elevation Nation. Peace.